And I'm
Oh,
well, what about
look
you,
at that
darling?
look. Oh, look at
Is
that
it? Yeah.
tie and the hair. I love it.
I knew you'd like this. Go ahead.
Oh my God. It's so nice to have you both together to talk about this amazing show.
Great.
You like
Oh, I've
it?
watched all of it.
Have you finished it? Oh,
All
cool.
of it.
Good
I
woman.
think when I messaged you, I'd seen like 4 eps, and
Right.
then I couldn't not watch the rest of it because you just care about these characters. You really, really do. So huge congratulations.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
pal.
I was kind of half expecting you both to be joined at the wrist today, but
Yeah.
I'm glad to see
We
you.
realized that we've missed like a really key marketing opportunity to arrive at
Yeah, I'm sure I'll try it.
Yeah, next time. Next time.
But genuinely, how does that impact both in terms of the reality of the situation the characters are in, but then as actors, do you know what I mean? Trying to exist when you're not in takes and stuff. It must take a minute to get used to.
Yeah, it took a while to get used to, but well, not even a while actually. It was quite quick. But we were thrown in the deep end in the sense that we met day one at stunt rehearsals. We were handcuffed together immediately, and that just told us that you'll figure it out. Anyway, here's the choreography for the action sequence in episode 2. So by the time we got onto set and we were filming it, we'd already found a formula that worked for both of us, and Tahar and I clicked really early on, like adore him and adored the process of being with him. It made it so easy. So it was fun, to be honest. It was really fun. And having that physical tension with someone, not having to fake it ever and just go for it, was really helpful.
Yeah. It's so interesting because sometimes when you get the chance to chat to people about projects, you'll get sent a little list of like, please don't cover these spoilers. But with this show, every episode has like a paragraph of things that are going on. It is so rich and kind of textured, and there's so much going on. And what's amazing about Matt's writing is just all these characters are fully formed. Whether we only see them in a couple of scenes, you're kind of like, oh, there's a big old backstory going on there, or there's kind of, why have they made that decision? It's just like it's bursting with kind of information. Was that immediate to you for your characters when you read the script, just in terms of the journey they were going to go on?
Yeah, I mean, did you get the first and second episode when you
When I
when you
auditioned,
got on board?
when I got on board, yeah, I was given 1 to 4 maybe,
Oh, cool.
or 1
Yeah,
to
like,
maybe.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe like, oh my God, maybe like 1 to 2, 1 to 3, I don't know.
Yeah, I read it and was like, that's very good writing, but I needed to know what happens next, but the good sign is that I really wanted to know. It
Yeah.
wasn't just like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm an actor and I have to make my choice out of choices of acting and everything. I was like, I want to know. So I called him, and then he developed the story and he said everything. So there was a lot of the acting side already in the script. And
Yeah.
of course, you always have to, to bring your stuff and your identity, your ideas. But the good thing was that Matt Sharman is obviously a great writer and a great talent, but he has this ability to really be open to actors and listen to suggestions. And even better, you throw a good idea, and he throws back an even better idea.
Yeah, you'll be like, oh, I'm thinking something like this, and maybe and you'll just like word vomit a load of gibberish quickly, and he'll turn it into something brilliant or just elevate it more. It's so true what you said about. I remember after the audition, I only had been given episode 1, and I spent every recall. Matt and I developed this joke where each recall, I'd be like, you got to give me something, man. I'd like fight for episode 2. I'd be like trying to joke, charm my way into it. I was like, oh my God, please. It's such a good sign though, isn't it? Like if you want to know what happens next and you're invested.
Yeah.
It's part of investing yourself into the piece.
Yeah, and it's as well as investing in the characters, you invest in this relationship and what they do to each other. You know what I mean? And I wanted to ask you that in terms of, Tahar, what do you think what influence does Amber have on Tibor and vice versa? What does she learn from him, or what does she learn about herself from him as well? I think that's a fascinating thing that we see with these characters.
I think it's a question to ask to Izuka, but if my take is that she learns how far she can go to save her family. That's one thing. But I think she learns that she's closer to her mom than she ever
Mhm.
thought, you know. And for Tibor is just going, learning how to be a little more human and reconnecting to his empathy and his human side. I think
Mm.
he never ever thought that he could love his mom at this level. So there's a lot to do with moms in this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with everything Tahar said. I think it's that I love the touch about mum. There is a theme of motherhood throughout this. Our relationship, our characters' relationships with their own mothers, that generational trauma passed down or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Also Amber's own relationship with her daughter, which kind of is the foundation and the anchor to a lot of the decisions that she makes. I think that Tibor starts to he influences Amber's question. He influences her to question her morality.
Yeah.
She's someone who's really righteous, who's incredibly principled. You have these two characters that are at either end of the moral scale, right? The moral compass, morally just Amber, a morally unjust to some degree Tibor. And this idea that these two people are so close proximity, and you put them through their paces. It's how do they then start to see the world through the eyes of the other person, question what they've always known and fought for? Institutionally as well, we start to learn about corruption, not just in people within your heart, soul, but also within, I don't know, the big dog. So it's that. I think that she also just, like you said, empathy and maybe even influencing his own decision making when it comes to his mother.
Totally. I love as well the journey you take us on, Izuka, with her, because when we meet her for the first time, she's just kind of full. She's back at work. She's just had a baby. She's full of life. She knows the path that she wants to take on, and then this person in these situations, they really kind of it peels back things about her that she probably doesn't even realize about herself that she's got there buried underneath her. That is really exciting for us to watch.
Yeah, totally. I mean, she's put them to bed. I don't think she ever thought she'd have to speak to her mother again.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't told her mother that she's had a child, that she's married. She's lived a whole life for the last however many years. She's not been speaking with her, 4 or 5. And I think to then have to make the decision to essentially try and break your mother out of prison and utilize her skills and who she knows in order to help you in the same decision and make that decision in record speed time whilst we're in a car driving 1,000,000 miles per hour.
Yeah.
It's really quite wild, but that's just a example of the mad situations in which you find this normal every woman in. I think that's what's so great about her in this piece. It's high action, it's crime, it's thrilling, it's violent, but there's so much heart and there's so much soul at the heart of the piece, where the drama is. And you go home with other characters as well. You find out why they are the mole. You go home with people. You don't always get to go home with those characters. I think that's why, like you said when you started the call, you care about them. You care about a lot of characters, which then invests you more. It's a clever. So Matt makes lots of clever choices throughout the script with his characters.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you enjoy all the action stuff?
10.
11.
11. Is it fun, or is it mental and grueling and like injury prone and
all of it?
It's fun.
All of it.
Really.
Yeah.
It's fun and
It's fun, especially when your partner's fun, right? And the team is fun. It could not be fun, I imagine, but I don't know. It's just my experience of it, but it's so fun.
Before I let you go, it's a question I've been asking lots of people, and it's really lovely getting a response from it. I think, Izuka, we asked you on the...
I'm ready for this.
Are you?
Ask people. I've just sat
Come on.
watching this.
Okay. If you could be in the scene of any film or TV show, what would you like to have been in?
Oh.
I've actually not. I've seen people doing this, and I've done it for you on the record. Let me just have a look.
So that's good. You get a second go at it as well, so you can like.
I'll switch it up. I think I
Give me
said
10 seconds.
Yeah, I'll do like a count clip.
I said Lord of the Rings, didn't I?
Yeah.
And flowers.
Oh, yeah, you said flowers. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yes, there we go.
Me too.
I would want to have been in. Oh, I don't know which scene though, but I would have wanted to have been in the first Avatar, because to have been able to work in a way like that when it first came out, before everyone was doing it, with James Cameron, Zoe Saldana, in that sense, and play a creature. I love fantasy as a genre when it's done well, when it's done right.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro, all that. I love that
Yeah.
gothic puppet like stuff. And to have got to have essentially become an animal, become a creature, which is a dream. Like, you know, it's the ultimate pretend, and we can't do that. But when you have all of this technology and the dots on your face, when you get to use your body like Andy Serkis in Lord of the Rings, that is just like the ultimate play, the ultimate physicality. Don't know which scene, maybe one of the flying scenes, but I imagine that's not as cool as it looks. You're probably like on someone's back, a tennis ball like bouncing off you. But
it's interesting, I think, with that world as well, that it's really under. People kind of almost don't give it the kind of the kudos that it deserves in terms of how much performance is required for us to believe those. You know what I mean? Considering they're like with dots over them or whatever and stuff, that requires so much commitment from those performers.
Physical. Kate Winslet held her breath for like how many
3
minutes?
days.
She's still underwater. But
she literally turned it into the character.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, you know, you're hissing at people and you're just going for it. You're becoming proper animal studies. And then I remember seeing it being like 14 in the cinema. It's the first 3D, was it not?
Some of that,
Yeah, that would have been a wild experience. Love that.
Great choice. Tahar, what about for you?
The question is, as an actor doing his job or as a character in a movie?
Up to you.
Okay,
either.
As a character in the movie, I'd be dancing with Chaplin in a silent movie. First off, really? Dressed as a tramp?
Yeah.
Just like him. And the second, it would be being plugged with Neo in the Matrix. Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I would fly, I would fight.
I could do kung fu.
Yeah. That would be so amazing.
Class.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so great. Well, listen, I really appreciate your time today. And again, this show I think is just absolutely brilliant. And you know, we've talked about the writing and the directing, but your performances and your commitment to these characters and this journey that they go on is I think for me what really kind of made me want to keep watching it. And so huge congratulations, and bring on season 2.
Thank you, Edith.